I hate when I don't know if I took something. Like, my head is throbbing, and I thought, let me go by the light. Um, is this showing here? I kind of like this leather jacket, but I don't wear it ever. My boss gave this to me, and it's like, what do we think of that? I don't like it. It's too big, right? It's way too big. I have to give this away. I think it's way too big. But I am freezing without my jacket on right now, so I don't know. So I did my dance reel for an audition stuff. I guess I have to put some things because I'm freezing. My camera guy does not like this sweater on me, but I'm freezing, and I wore this other one the other day, so I'm gonna just wear it. It is what it is. He doesn't like that this on me, but I can't remember if I took my ibuprofen or not. So hi. Welcome to the live again. I was gonna go do it tonight, but I'm gonna just hop on here and just continue to try to work the watch hours before I have to go back on and do some other work, some business. So my show in Pennsylvania was postponed, but I will be performing in Tulsa December 19th. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm gonna be hosting a Bananas Comedy Club on Saturday for Chris Frangiola. So part of what makes the show really relatable is that you don't have to be divorced to connect to the material. However, divorce talks about a lot, like Divorce Diaries is a lot about creating from your own craziness in life, right? First of all, this was going to be a wave, and then I turned it into this, and I recorded a dance reel for auditioning. My background in musical theater started off as a dancer, and I did jazz, tap, ballet, modern, musical theater, and I'm doing a dance reel for, I have to record my audition too. I have an audition I have to record. I have to get in like as soon as possible. I will let them know to expect you. I have to figure out. I have a lot I'm doing this weekend. Thanks for the 5 likes. Divorce can be like a death. Yes, you're accurate in that. But it's a permanent loss of a significant part of your life. Very good point. I want to just bring the fact up with my astrology book because I'm into signs. I got this book for just to kind of weed out the negative thoughts in my head. How can I get through it? It was a 16 relationship. Carlos, we're here for you. Comedy, baby. I'm sorry that you are a recently divorced man and you're going through it. It is hard. I wanted my divorce. First of all, my divorce was 10 years ago. And it was still hard. It was hard for me. I remember waking up when I agreed to separate and thinking, wow, chapter's over. And I thought back to the first day that we met, and thank you. I look tired. Well, I just danced for a couple of hours, but I didn't think I looked tired, but okay. My hair looks like I fell on it, right? So I think the best thing to do to get through it is therapy. Anything that you feel makes you happy, you gotta do during this time frame. And if you feel stuck with your partner, then I think you need to have a conversation with your partner. The worst is waking up and going to sleep alone. Listen, we all want to be with a partner, but do you want to be with the partner that doesn't want to be with you? No. And I hate when people say that to me, because I always fall for the men that don't want to be with me. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me, but I also want somebody else to be like, you're an idiot for not wanting to be with her. Is that petty? Yes. Do I care? No. Screw them. 59 of you in here. Let's get the likes up. I want to know if any of my TikTok people have come over here. Sports are very, very good for the soul. Active. They are very pronounced. You're right. Active physical movement is good for any kind of mental health, I believe. I'm sorry. That's horrible. People say that to me. So I should stay with her and find someone that's okay with me having a wife? I don't feel like you should stay with anybody that cheats on you, to be honest with you. I mean, I know people that has. It does take two to make things go wrong. However, if someone's cheating on you, again, I don't feel like someone cheating. If you're not happy, you really need to have a communication with your partner about it. So wait, we were just talking about something. Okay, I'm a Scorpio. Well, first of all, I just want to say, what do we go with first with Scorpios? Faint hearts never want a Scorpio female. It takes a man who knows exactly what he wants to hold his ground against a woman born under this sign. And anybody that listened to the live yesterday with Doug and I can tell you, Doug was like, well, you're reactive. I'm like, but am I reactive, or I'm just stating things that I feel like we should get? Someone on the TikTok live today was like, what did they say? Hold on, I wrote it in one of my jokes. Women need to embrace settling. I said, we have embraced it. We've made love to settling. And then someone else wrote, 2 must-haves for a woman in a relationship. I said a tracker and a lie detector. And then this guy that I have talked with on and off for a couple of years now, we were friends first. Your ex told you if a woman cheats on a man, it's always a man's fault. Well, that's just one-sided. No, I don't think it was my ex-husband's fault for me not feeling the relationship. I didn't cheat on him, but it felt like if I stayed in the marriage, I would have wanted to, because I was so unhappy. It's not the man's fault. You got to speak up and say, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore, as much as that's going to suck. So she decided to cheat. Yeah, that's not cool. She dismisses me when that topic comes up. So Olive, maybe you need to say, look, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. I need a partner who's going to hear me. And a partner is not going to cheat on me if I'm in God forbid, an accident. How many times do I get divorced to be an expert? I'm not an expert, but if you think I am, thank you. Just once. I'm an underachiever. I love that you just said that. Marriage isn't about being happy. It's about duty and respect. Marriage isn't being in the military. Being happy. It's about duty and respect. Do you think men do their duties? My ex-husband used to be doing his duty in the bathroom at least for 2 hours in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? Honestly, back in the day, I used to always bust on him for this. I'm like, you always got stomach issues. And my family would say, what is your problem with your stomach? I love it. If you think that's what marriage is, go to deploy. I want to be, no, wouldn't it be, if you think that's what marriage is, duty and respect, then the joke would be, I would claim, what's the word when they go AWire? Oh my God, my head is killing me right now. See, I look like, if I push my eyeball out, it goes like, you can see my sinuses. Ugh. 105 of you, let's get the likes up, guys. Come on. I got to really promote this show December 19th. December 19th is, just see something. If not, hold on. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. So I'm saying okay, marriage isn't about being happy, it's about duty and respect. If that is how you're looking at your partner, then you need to leave. Because I want my partner to be happy coming home to me. I want my partner to not be like, I need to go away on a work trip to get the fuck away from this bitch. Excuse my language, but I'm serious. I am coming out to California, hopefully. I don't know when. I haven't booked anything yet out there. I'm actually taking the slow route to getting my calendar for 2025 set with stand-up gigs and with Divorce Diaries live. Divorce Diaries, right now, all my focus is getting tickets sold to the Tulsa show, which I am going to put in the bio. I'm going to see if I can go to what time did I start? 2:45. So, Melinda, I'm a comedian and actor. Divorce Diaries is a live comedy show. It's also a TV pilot on Prime Video. I am going to put the link to the Tulsa show in the chat and pin it. So I would really, really appreciate it if you all bought your tickets. If you're in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, please put it in the comments below. It's going to be a fun show. I still have to change. I have to change this. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay out of your surgery. Subscribe, like. There's only 15 likes and 102 of you, which makes me pretty sad. Let's get to 20. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my live here. Moles. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amen. I work hard for my money. No help from my friends. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? I did think about having an affair when I was married. Yes. I didn't act on it though. That was a big problem in the marriage, is that I was unhappy. Emotional intimacy was not there. I think I was way too young to figure it out for myself. And by the time we got married, it was too late. And I was like, oh, I understand that now. What happened? What? Oh, Joliet is far. $4 hours. Sing some. No, we were the same age. A year apart. Yeah. Sorry, hang on. I'm putting the... Okay, hang on. Ah, shit. Ticket link. Okay, so I'm gonna pin this. I think it's like waiting. I don't know if I took my ibuprofen, and this is gonna drive me wild because I have to drive an hour to bring my daughter to her dad's, and I don't want to. Does anybody suffer from migraines? I suffer from them. Trust me, we tried for. Oh, I don't think I can because it's too long. Oh, it's too long. Okay. Okay. Hold on. So, some of the new jokes I'm going to be doing Saturday night, I'm going to try to work into my hosting set for Chris Frangiola. If you watch Juicy Scoop, he's on that. Come on, let's get them up. Let's get the likes up. There's 95 of you guys in here. Let's do this. Come on, let's do it right. Okay, could she clarify what part? Hold on. No, we did it, but we were also trying to have a kid. It was a whole thing. Suffering from my be a serious underlying condition. I know. Thank you so much for that positivity. I've had headaches. First of all, I definitely need to get my vision checked. Every time I get my period, I get headaches. I've had headaches since I was in high school. I haven't gone to a neurologist, but maybe I should. There haven't been like that much. They're not like every day. And when I don't drink enough water, that it happens. I didn't drink enough water. Okay. So, this is what a Scorpio, the amorous nature. So I said Scorpio women are very emotional, very affectionate, and very demanding. Oh, hold on. She's not interested in a light flirtation or a bed for the night. Neither does she believe in sharing. 100%. Scorpio women do not believe in sharing. Get your own markers. I compare this in my comedy. Scorpio women, I don't think any woman really wants to share. Unless they don't want to be with the person. Let's be real. Am I wrong? Who in the comment section is a woman that wants to share their man? That wants to be with their man? Not I. And you know what? I tried to find my lip gloss before, and I couldn't. Where it went. I'm a little pissed at them about that. I'm dreading all this shit. I have to, not dreading, but I'm a dude and I want to be Of course you do. Because you're a dude. Because you are a dude that and that's what men are more comfortable with it. I'm not. If I like you and I have feelings for you, get your own guy. I want the guy to not want to be shared either. I really had feelings for, well, let's go backwards here. You volunteer. Thank you. Who wants to be shared? If you know, first of all, I compare my dating life to being in preschool when I want to sit down with you at the table and color. The boy seems interested, but then all of a sudden, he finds a new table of people and he's coloring with them when I just went up to go to the bathroom. That's my dating life. I meet a guy, he seems interested, we go out once or twice, if we end up sleeping together, then all of a sudden, he's not looking for anything, even when I don't sleep with him. I had a guy in my life, I call him Divorce Perfect Guy, I really liked him. And let's talk about Kill Tony in a second. He and I made out in my car, it was hot. He was very good looking. He is a TV executive. I really liked him. And I thought we were getting along in a really nice way. But I kept thinking, does he see me in other than a friend? What's the deal? And he came to my show that I did in New York City when he had his kids. And he left his kids at home. And the kids were teenagers, so they could, be home for a period of time. And then he came to see the show. And I thought that was a good sign, right? If a guy comes to see your show when it's his week with his kids, wouldn't we think that's a good sign, yay or nay? Just out of curiosity, what everybody thinks. Really hope I took the ibuprofen because I'm going to be in the car. Yeah, okay. So, in my brain, thank you. I don't think that this is like, oh, he just wants to be friends. I'm like, well, if he wants to talk business, let me get him aside and let's talk business about Divorce Diaries. So I told my camera guy, because this was the third time we hung out, and the second time my camera guy followed us after came to see us filming, had asked me, he's like, do you want me to come see the filming and then meet after? I said, come to the filming. Anyway, so my camera guy, I told him, don't follow us this time. Because he like didn't get the hint. I'm like, don't you see two good looking people the same age? Go home. Don't follow us. But he followed us. Anyway, so he came to, and I love my camera guy, but I'm just saying. Next time, take the hint. So this time, I didn't even wait for him to take the hint. I said, do not follow us. So he comes, so he's like, okay. So at this point, I looked at him, I'm like, don't follow us. So I said, because I asked him, I said, do you have to go home right away? He goes, not right away. Again, another cue, another social cue for me to think, oh, he wants to hang. Okay. So I said, so you want to grab a drink? He's like, yeah. Okay, grab a drink. So it's just him and I grabbing a drink. I said, I wanted to talk to him about like the ideas that I had, and it just seemed like he didn't want to talk about it. So I was like, okay, I guess it's going to be personal. And then ended up sitting at a piano bar, and it was like there was music, and it was nice. And then I said, well, I have to go because my daughter's like, and he's like, all right. I said, well, you coming? I said, my car's uptown. And he's like, okay. I said, are you coming with me or are you staying down here? And he's like, no, I'll come with you. I was like, okay. Again, could have just said, no, I'm going to stay down here and grab a drink. But he came. And we got like a cab. I said, should we just get a cab? He's like, no, let's get a Lyft. I was like, okay. But then we had to wait for the Lyft. So we got a slice of pizza. Finally, he doesn't like pay attention to his phone. And the Lyft guy got out of the car looking for him. And he's like, oh, yeah. So am I reading the signals wrong? Why am I reading the signals wrong? I'm curious. Enlighten me. Because if you don't want to hang out with me, why are you coming back uptown with me? Am I wrong? Let me hear what you have to say, new guy. Sounds like a play. But he doesn't like, he's very handsome, but honestly, he does not. Like, if you met the guy, you'd be like, oh, he's not a player. No, correct. Looks don't equal brains. You're 100% right on this case. But what do you mean you're reading the signals wrong? What was I reading wrong? I'm confused. What do you think I was reading wrong? Can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up to 30? Everybody in here, hit the like. Come on, let's do it, people. Okay, she's not even answering. What was I reading wrong? All right, so he's not answering. You assumed he was interested right from the start. No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. Oh, I'm damaged goods, huh? All right, well, hold on. I don't even know if I have time to acknowledge this comment. So I did. Acceptance doesn't really work anymore for me. Okay, so this is what happens. I didn't assume he liked me from the get-go. I just wasn't sure where, because he would message me off my Instagram story all the time. And so sometimes he would message me, and this is how this started, was he messaged me after the earthquake. He's like, hey, did you survive the big quake? And that's when I was like, I'm just going to invite him to my show and see what happens. Because we had already seen each other twice. And, he was playing like this hot and cold game. I'm like, let's either talk business and it's going to be a business relationship, or it's going to be, let's hang out. So he said, so after we take the lift to his apartment, I said, I'll just drive you to your apartment. He's like, no, it's okay. I said, no, he had to go to the bathroom. We had to find a bathroom for him to go to. I don't, and I will not be getting an OnlyFans. So let's get the likes up. 29 likes. We can't get it up to 89. I have, I have some, but they're not here. I don't know enough people on these lives, on my YouTube lives, to have multiple moderators. Thanks for subscribing. I know. Anyway, I'm ignoring him for now. So, thanks for the 31 likes. So, I don't know who the new guy. Real interesting love interest, take time to bond. Yes, no, I agree. But wait, so here's what happens. He was like in the cab, he's like, in the lift, he's like, I have to pee so badly. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've had to pee like 500 times tonight. I was like, oh, I don't know. He's like, I could literally just go anywhere right now. I was like, well, when we get out, he's like, all right. And then like, he was going to like pop a squat. And then he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like 51 years old. I can't do that. It's like, all right, well, let's find a place. So we found a place. And then I was like, all right, he was helping me find my car. He's like, are you sure you don't mind driving me back? I said, yeah, it's like 10 minutes. So because he lives on the Upper East Side. And I was on the Upper West Side. So I drove him back to his apartment. And, he asked me a question about what I do in my free time. And this is where it got a little even more flirty. And I said, and he's like, I said, what do you do on your free time? He's like, I do that too. And then I'm gonna do that because I'm not gonna say the word on here because y'all are creeps. We were just playfully talking about our personal time, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets to the apartment. Now, at this point, I'm like, this jerk better kiss me. Because, like, you just spent the entire night with me while your kids are at home. And you didn't have to. You could have came to see the show, supported, and then left. Take a guess. So, we made out. He went in for the hug. I hugged him back, and then I was like, and then we made out. I wasn't expecting to make out. I was like, oh, he's like, okay. And it was hot. And also, I am divorced for a reason. It's because I was unhappy. That's the reason. Sacred secret, I mean really deep. I mean deep. So sacred. I am masculine for a real man. You're right. I'm too masculine for a real man. I'd have to ask what that man's masculinity means then to him. I have my husband here and my husband here. I'm divorced because I won't shut up. Yeah, I know. That's a good point. Us women need to be kept quiet. That's not very nice. Look, Luke is laughing. Is that a Bible verse? Luke's username is a Bible verse. Wow. It wasn't the first date. We hung out a couple times. We know each other through work. He's in the entertainment industry too. And this time I was like, I don't know if this guy is crushing on me or not, but I'm going to go for it. So I went for it. And then after the kiss, like I heard from him the next day. And he said, good luck on your shows, because I was leaving town to do some shows. And then I messaged him on the Saturday night, and I was like, I was thinking about you. And we messaged back and forth. But I thought it was a weird because, like, yeah, but I would have been happy with like just a little fun thing. But a week went by. I didn't hear much. So I sent him a message. I was like, hey, I'd like to see you again. And it just turned into this whole thing, like how he's not looking for any type of relationship. And he just felt like I should know that because sometimes a kiss is the start of something more. And he said people usually think that a kiss is the start of something more. And I was like, ugh. And then he's like, but yeah, it'd be great to see you again, like at the very end. And I was like, ugh, well, what the hell? So thank you for everybody who subscribed. So I felt, I was like, that sucks, you know. Thank you. So I felt like hurt. I was like, I don't understand. The guy kept tapping, running away, tapping, run away. The kiss, it was very nice. I would have been shocked that night when it was over. I was like, I felt like it was nice. It was chemistry there. I mean, you can feel chemistry if you're kissing somebody and they feel it too, right? Am I wrong? So, either way, yeah, I gotta turn that off. God, these comments about us women. How horrible. People live in these horrible spaces in their heads. But some of you have been very nice, and I appreciate that. I hope you stay tuned and come to Tulsa. So with Divorce Perfect Guy, I call him Divorce Perfect Guy because in the beginning I thought he was so handsome, so nice. He seemed to be a great dad, seemed to be a very nice person, a person that doesn't like mess around with multiple women at a time. However, he tells me this, and then he basically stops talking to me. The only time I heard from him was Happy Mother's Day. And okay, so guys are tricky. He must have felt you were coming on too strong and he was probably afraid of commitment. Okay. So he had broken up with someone a couple months before that. They broke up with him. And he said he just wasn't looking for a relationship. I was like, well, I just wanted to see you again. And he was like, well, I don't know. Hopefully we'll sell enough tickets to Tulsa on December 19th. So fingers crossed. So he definitely veered away from me, and that hurt my feelings. I gave him distance. Then in July, I think I realized we weren't really talking anymore. I said something to him in July, and it was after a show I had, and it was a whole thing. And like I messaged. It's a long story. He and I grew apart. That's what I hate too. I hated that. It really upset me. It hurt my feelings. I felt really bad inside. I felt like, did I do something wrong? But I waited a couple months and I reached out again and asked, and he basically just ignored it. He just didn't really like address it. So, I cut to August comes and he messages me. Hey, hope it went well around the corner, because I was doing a show near his apartment. And I was really excited because I was like, oh my God, this is a great sign that he's reaching out. And then like I tried to continue the conversation. I was like, how's your summer been? And he's like, summer's been great. And then I responded back with something and he didn't answer. And then I was like, all right. And I was kind of like, why reach out to me if you don't want to talk to me? So I just, I know what the reason it could be. I know. Well, I know, and it's like, it's a bummer. And I take it very personally. Yeah. It's disappointing. So what ends up happening is I noticed in September, like he's been liking a lot of my stuff. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so then I clicked on his profile and saw a picture of him, not like in his page, but it was like in his highlight. And it was like a picture of him with a woman at his Broadway opening, this younger woman. And I was devastated. They really hurt my feelings. Because I was like, what's wrong with me? Why couldn't we go out for a hangout? Like, because we made out? Because I said I was thinking about you? Who cares? I'm an amazing fucking woman. I already know that. I wish you guys were on my TikTok lives. I've talked about this for a while. Hint, he doesn't even want to be friends. First of all, I haven't talked to him. And then he unfollowed me on my Instagram because I did a joke about it. I'm assuming that. I don't know why he actually unfollowed me. He was following my personal page. I don't know if he is anymore. He was liking, though, my LinkedIn post, and I was grateful for that because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. I would say yes, hearing this story on the outside, but if you met this guy, you'd be like, oh, I don't know. Either way, Then I also fell into this friends with benefits situation with a guy I used to date, who is now making me feel worse because he doesn't really talk to me, and I've been blowing him off the last couple times he wanted to hang out when I said I wanted to hang out. Like, I'll be like, I need cuddles, and then I'll be like, all right, when are you available? And I'll tell him, and then he'll reach out to me, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm not available anymore. And I think he's getting annoyed with that because I get it. So I'm not doing that anymore. But I noticed on his Facebook page, it doesn't go well. Friends with benefits does not go well. On his Facebook page, how he is. Okay, so much gangster. Sounds like divorce perfect dude only likes younger women. Yeah, it could be. He told me so when we first met last year, he's like, this woman that he was dating for a year, he's like, this was the first mom I dated. I'm like, and he's like in his 50s, and he's a single dad. And I was like, this is the first mom you've dated? How young are your... But part of me is like, well, he could date women that are his age that don't have kids. But then I gathered that, and then he told me the woman before that was like 10 years younger than him. I'm almost 10 years younger than him. That's why I'm confused. So I don't know if he thinks like they're 10 years younger than him, but they're actually 20 years younger than him, and he just likes to think that he's in his 40s still, but he's not. Thank you. I like older women, less BS than younger women. We have had this conversation before. Do you prefer younger or older when you're dating, and why? And then my friend Doug on the live that we did yesterday, he thinks my dating issue is the fact that I'm overreactive, or I am reactive. I, at this point, don't want to, I'm done changing the shit. I want to be there for somebody that cares about me, respects me, loves me, cares about, like, I want someone to look at me and say, wow, you're an amazing person. Like, a lot of men are intimidated. Look, I'm doing a live right now. I'm talking about my life, but my life is my show. I'm talking about components of the show that I do stand up on. So someone that I meet could say, well, I don't know if I want to date you because you put your life out there. I don't know. They could say that 100%. But the joy of my business is creating storytelling, performing, and acting. As an actor, we have to build our following through social media in order to get booked. In order for me to grow my ticket sales, I got to get my following up. What's been working the last couple weeks? These lives, my TikTok lives the last couple months. And I raised money for filming through the TikTok lives. If I stop doing those, then the other part of my career, it's like, well, now I have to pivot a different way. And there's nobody in the mail department that deserves me to shift and compromise me for what they feel uncomfortable with, especially Friends with Benefits. He is literally in a new city every week for work. He is in Toronto so much for his for his day job, he calls it, because he has other businesses. There's no way this guy does not have a woman in Toronto, if not multiple women. And I don't want to believe that because it would devastate and hurt me. This guy's in Toronto so much. He was in Toronto a couple days ago. Now I think he's here because his band is playing. Sorry. Midlife crisis. Guys go through that. At what age do you go through a midlife crisis? If you're 30? Because I feel like, and that's maybe a joke I need to write down. Hold on. What age do men go through midlife? Can we get the likes up to 40, please? Well, there's two ones I'm talking about. Which one? No. I mean, he might. Friends with Benefits has definitely sent people to stalk me in my lives when he cared. I was surprised, too. I was like, what do you mean you sent your friends to my page? And I was like, oops. Yeah, I'm going to have to, like, apologize to him. And we were still dating at that point, and then we stopped dating. Wait, what was it, the thing that you guys just said? Oh, the midlife crisis. What age is a midlife crisis? I want to know. There was two. But 30 and 50? 30 and 50 is 20 years. That's like a woman when she does perimenopause. Apparently a woman is a vicious demon for 30 years. Oh, hold on. I might have to... Okay, let's do it then. 40s, so I'm technically middle-aged. So a midlife crisis, but this is what I'm saying. It does feel like men are always in a midlife crisis. They're 30, they're in a midlife crisis. You can't say you're 30 in a midlife crisis. I'm sorry, that's just not midlife. I mean, it might be, depending, God forbid. I don't know. You have 40 in a midlife crisis, now you have 50 in a midlife crisis. Jesus Christ. Because let me tell you something. I know Jesus doesn't have anything to do with it, but let me tell you something. Friends with benefits got married, then divorced. And then he told me he had like a 10-year gap where he was single. And then the story changed. He said, well, I dated someone for a year. So then technically you weren't single. And then he got remarried, but not legally. But they had like a wedding all on Facebook. You can see it. And now he turned 50 last year. So last year he got divorced, but really wasn't technically divorced again because they didn't really technically get married, although I don't know what the truth is. So now he's been divorced twice by 50 years old. So now he's going through another midlife crisis. So he's had a midlife crisis at 30, 40, and 50. Right, exactly. At what point is it not a midlife crisis and you're just an asshole? I don't think 30 is old at all. 30 is young. So this woman he was in a picture with definitely looked like she was in her late 20s, early 30s. Late 20s and early 30s is a big difference, though, if you're in your 50s. So if he's dating somebody who's 35, it's a little bit more leeway than someone who's 29. And to be very honest with you, I'm 43, he's 51. I'm younger than him, but I'm not young enough. Then you could tell she wasn't a mom because, like, look at me. I'm a mom, okay? Okay, look. She didn't have the wrinkle. She was like this. She had no wrinkle here. I mean, obviously, I don't have any Botox done. I probably should go get it done, but I'm afraid. Right? Can we get the likes up to 55, guys? I have to leave the live at 3, so let's get these likes up. Oh, my stomach just made the weirdest noise. Did you hear that? It was like... I gotta pack my daughter. What else do I have to do? I have to get the groceries. Shit. Thank you. This is pretty good lighting over here. I have this like little ring light thing. It's not really a ring light, it's a lamp, but it's cute. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's get it up, boo. Get it up. That's what she said. All right, I know. Look, this is the reality. I am a homeful romantic. And if you come see my show in Tulsa or wherever I'm booking in the 2025, because I will be getting my calendar together for 2025 and where I'm coming with Divorce Stories live version. I do want a partner. Settle down isn't like, to me, it's like, do you want to settle down? Like, I'm not really doing anything else. Like, I'm not opening my legs to everybody on the corner or on, like, settle down. I never want to settle down. I want to ride this kooky train of life with somebody that can match my, like, I have to be honest with you, my friend Doug, we've been friends a long time. If you watched the live from yesterday, part of me feels a little sad the way he looks at me and says, like, you're reactive. I'm like, I'm an amazing fucking woman. And, like, I want men to have a voice, but I also like want, it really hurts my heart that I fall for men that are just idiots when it comes to seeing what worth I am. And then my medium told me, she's like, well, you fall for guys that are not supposed to be in your life. I'm like, well, why God, why are you bringing them in here? How are they getting in? How are they getting the escalator up to my life? Can we, like, rewind, like, escalator broken. The escalator to me is broken. If you are a guy that is emotionally unavailable and you're handsome, get out. Or you're like, you got some sort of pheromone that I'm attracted to, get out. I just want to be attracted to the right kind of guy and physically attracted too. It's hard because when a nice guy comes along and they want to ask me out and I'm like, I don't feel it. And then some people are like, you have to sometimes give it a chance. No, you can't force chemistry. You can't force feeling attracted to somebody. I'm sorry. And then everyone's like, well, sometimes you have to kiss a lot of frogs. No, I don't want to kiss no fucking frog. I don't want to kiss one frog. Have you ever went up to a frog and be like, well, guess I have to kiss you? No. You have to kiss a lot of frogs. What? Working new bits out while we do the live. I have done shows in LA. LA's a hard market sometimes. I have to come back out there and do the show. Yes, I definitely will. I got to figure out when. So here's the deal. Seattle, LA, I mean, I love to go to all these places. This is what needs to happen. Bringing it full circle. Why I'm on here promoting the show in Tulsa. I got to get my ticket numbers up and my following needs to grow. So in order for my ticket numbers need to grow, I mean, I hope, like, some people have 100K. I don't know if they get their show sold out. Please, if you're in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, come to my show on, can't even speak. Tulsa, Oklahoma, December 19th. It's a Thursday night, okay? It's the week before Christmas. I know everyone's like, oh, I gotta buy shit. This isn't too much. It's like 25. We're gonna work on that promo code to get you promo code divorce. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. No, he's my best friend. So, but I do want to talk more about that. I feel like sometimes through his eyes, it's like, why doesn't, sometimes even my male friend, I'm like, well, that's a whole nother thing. So Eric, I'm glad that you're bringing that up because that's why I'm doing it too. It's been growing my watch hours and it makes me so thrilled and happy. And this has been a really good live. So I just want to say to everybody who's in the live right now, can you guys just can we get 53 likes since we have 42? We have 53 people. We have 42 likes. Can we get it to at least 50 likes? Because let's go for 53 because I'm really grateful that, I'm really grateful to be in the live with you guys. Well, that's not his fault. That's my fault because I asked him to go on and he had just woken up and I said, because we wanted to try, because honestly, the day before that live was making me very uncomfortable. And I was like getting nervous because I felt like this was growing my watch hours. I didn't want to stop doing it. And I'm also juggling a lot of other things that require my focus and attention. But doing the lives is part of my marketing. When people are like, oh, do you work? I'm like, this is my work. I'm marketing for the show. Anyone follow Gary Vaynerchuk? I'm a huge Gary V fan. I was on his tea with Gary V a few years back. It was awesome. And he taught me all about putting yourself out there. Oh, my stomach. What's going on? Yes, cyberboxing. I boxed with Heather the Heat. Did you see the video on my shorts? Maybe is it possible I secretly? No, I don't. Well, okay, so that's a good point. Could it be possible you secretly getting played? It's a self-sabotage move, meaning like almost like you like to emotionally cut myself, like not actually cut myself, but emotionally hurt myself because I'm used to it. There's something that's happened in my past that is traumatic that I feel like maybe it's just something that I'm like triggered where I have to feel bad about myself or something. It's weird. Therapy's helping. I haven't done the shadow work journal in a while. I got to do that this weekend. Trying to stay as busy as possible. The holidays can be hard because I want to share it with a partner. Friends with Benefits was my friend. Yeah, check it out. I'm going to see if I can find it in here. Friends with Benefits was my friend for 4 years, and I really am sad that him and I aren't friends anymore, and he doesn't see the value in me in his life. And it sucks. And then also the Divorce Perfect guy, that whole thing sucks too, because I liked him. I really liked him, and I thought like it was clicking, and then it's like you just ran away from me. It really hurt, and it hurt, and it stuck. And then I put that joke out there, and I wanted him to be like, wow, I hurt her. But his reaction was, and I'm unfollowing. So that's a great point. If older guys are giving me such a hard time, what about guys half your age or something? I haven't really had an opportunity. There's been 2 younger guys that came in my point of vision this year that were very nice and wanted to take me out. One of them was just hanging out with me after the show, and I was engaging a little bit in it, but I wasn't super into it. I need to get to know people. It does suck every time. And, you know, it feels like when you're always attracted to the same type of guy who hurts your feelings because he doesn't want to be with you. Because with Friends with Benefits, and maybe I'll come back on tonight and talk more about this. With Friends with Benefits is that when it was really nice, like for the first week we were dating because we were really clicking. But he thinks my social media relationship has to do with it. But I don't think that's it. I don't think he can handle a woman like me because I have a fucking mouth. Can we get it up to 48 likes before I head off? Because I have a meeting in 3 minutes. If not, I love you guys. We got it to 45. Let's do 3 more. I'm going to try to come back on tonight. Hopefully I get all my work done that I have to get done. And then I'll come back on tonight and do a live again. Keep growing these watch hours. You can also follow me on my TikTok. I do the TikTok morning lives. I might do the morning live tomorrow and YouTube. I don't know. It's kind of like a hit or miss. I don't know which one to do. I don't know if I do the YouTube live tomorrow morning and see what happens, and then do the Sunday TikTok live. It's like, you know. But hey, these are good problems to have. Where to keep growing your audience. Thanks, liking, subscribing. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. Divorce Diaries in Tulsa, December 19th. I do. Go check out. I do. I need to create a playlist, but yes, I do. So please check out the Divorce Perfect Guy bit is on my reel. Let me show you. Hang on. Are you just joining now? Here. This was from Bananas a couple weeks ago. Actually, no, that was like a month ago when I featured for Alonzo Bowden. Check that one out. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more.